Hey guys, DIY Salvage Guy here, and I want to welcome you to the next episode in the 2012 Audi A7 build. This is going to be part 5 in the series, and if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe down below, throw me any comments. Let me know what you think of these videos. And to all my returning subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for coming back. Hope you guys are enjoying this build. One of the things I want to do on this channel is provide as much input to you guys as I possibly can. So what I'm going to be doing is sharing a lot of little insights, tips, tricks, all that stuff. And the first one I'm going to be sharing with you guys is in this video, and I'm going to be basically showing you guys how to get more or less free oil changes for life by buying from a certain location. Hey guys, so went to the Audi dealership, got a bunch of parts the other day, and they gave me this pretty sweet hat, so I'm going to be wearing this for a little bit. But on today's episode, I'm going to be changing the two belts, hopefully changing the two belts. Right now, I expect the belts on this vehicle to be original. From what I've seen with the previous owners, they have not done any maintenance on this vehicle. So I'm going to take advantage of the fact that my entire front end is disconnected, and I'm going to just change the two belts. It should be a nice, quick, easy job. So since I have unrivaled access right now, I'm just going to take a breaker bar and a 16mm socket, and I'm going to put it right on the tensioner right here, and you're going to turn clockwise, and you're going to see the tensioner move, and then we're going to put a little Allen wrench right in here, just so that it stays in place, so that we don't have to worry about it snapping back or anything. So we're good there. The belt should come off pretty easily. So we'll take it off the tensioner, just like that. So we're going to leave this here, just like that. Now, simplest thing to do would be to just put this back on and call it a day, but we are going to take off this belt as well. Audi claims this to be a lifetime belt, but while I have the ability to do this right now, I'm also going to attempt to change that one. So right now I think I'm going to have to move these, so I'm going to have to basically just remove these bolts, get this out of the way a little bit, that way I can get back to this tensioner here. We'll probably take this Allen key out of here, put it over on this side so that I can do the same thing, and then reroute the belt. So it's very important to make sure that the diagram is done correctly. I'm going to make sure that I have a picture of that ready to go, just so that I have the correct iteration of the belt routing diagram. So we're going to take a picture of that. So I'm going to take my little Allen key out of here, let this go back nice and easy. You don't want it snapping or anything. So I was able to change the belt real quick. So came around here, went looped around, up. I did have to take this idler pulley off, so that's a quick, simple thing, but you have to have the right tool, the triple square bit. Came around here, and so this is where I was able to get it on and off. So I took this off. I originally put it on first, but I took this off, made sure that everything was looped around, and then you can kind of just slide it back over this, because this is going to be your easiest thing to get it over, because there's no lips or anything on here. Wrapped it back around over the pulleys and over the AC compressor, you can see, up and around. So once we release the Allen key right in there, we should get some tension on there, and you just want to make sure that it stays in the grooves, because if you're not lined up in the grooves, you're going to have some belt jump, and that's going to be pretty bad for your engine. So change the supercharger belt as well. You come down, around, come right around this pulley, up in here. Definitely want to make sure that this is seated properly, because this is where you're going to lose your belt if you're going to lose it. So nice and tight, seems good. Not too much play. So I'm very happy with this job right now. So we'll give it a quick start, make sure everything's good, watch it run for a quick second, and then we'll be good. So you can see that there's no wobble or anything, everything's good. All the belts are seated pretty well. Right in here, we're good. Alright guys, so I changed both belts on this vehicle, and trust me when I tell you that I understand that my entire front end is completely taken apart, so me doing these jobs versus you doing these jobs is different. But overall, the job itself is pretty easy. It's just a matter of getting your hands in there and basically just removing whatever you need to remove in order to get the access. You're simply just adjusting the tensioner pulley and belts slide right on, right off. If you do these jobs, I highly recommend taking pictures so you know the belt mapping diagram, because if you put this on wrong, you're not going to have the right tension. Belt's going to come right off and you're just going to have headaches that you don't want. So while we have the front end actually disassembled, we're actually just going to do a quick oil change on there. Should be a nice easy quick thing. I'm going to let the engine run for a quick second, try to let the engine heat up a little bit, and then we'll just drop the oil. So one of the benefits of not having a front end on your vehicle is that you actually don't need a jack when you're doing an oil change. Never had the ability to do this before, but so it should be a nice easy little thing. Going to loosen up this little plug right here and drop the oil, and I believe the oil filter housing is on top. So another thing of note on this vehicle is I believe this is the oil filter housing right up here. For some reason it's a 36 millimeter bolt, and I happen to have one of these for doing a CV joint. Alright guys, so got the oil filter housing off. One thing I didn't know that I just want to point out, there's a gasket that's actually on here. So I'm just going to use a little pick, just grab that off. I couldn't find where this was. I've never done an Audi oil change before, so I'm just going to take this off. Let's see that. So in order to lube these up a little bit, I'm just going to take some of the old oil. There should be a decent amount in here, and we're just going to put this right back over here. Once you guys know where it is, it's really easy to change. We're going to do the same thing. Take some oil off the old filter, and we're just going to lube it up. What this does is it actually, the gasket absorbs some of the oil, it expands slightly. We want the tab facing up. Make sure that it's seated well. So it's down there, it's oiled up a little bit. So I actually put it down here. I'm going to slide this in, and it should connect nice and easy now. We're going to ratchet just to tighten it up. Should be good. Let's give it a nice check. Make sure the gaskets are seated, make sure it's down. The oil capacity for this particular engine is 7 liters, so I could just dump all these in and not have to worry about it. Got this from FCP Euro. Cost me about $10 to ship the oil back to them with everything. So I basically have lifetime oil for about $10 every oil change instead of 70. So now, due to the fact that we are shipping this oil back to FCP Euro, not only do they dispose of it, but they give you your money back. So going to be taking the oil out of the oil drain pan that I just used, and just going to put it back in there, put it in a box, and ship it back. That's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Change the supercharger belt, change the serpentine belt, and also change the oil. $70 for the first buy, and then it's basically just $10 to ship it back. So If you guys like these videos, like, subscribe, throw me some comments. Let me know your opinions. I know I'm being a little more hands-on with this. Let me know. Do you guys like that? Do you want me to be more focusing on just the build, less little hands-on? Trying to teach you guys. So I don't know what you like. I'm hoping that I can, you know, continue to gain your trust and gain your viewership. So, you know, make sure those post notifications are on and just give me your opinions. Comment, let me interact with you guys, and thanks for being here. You guys make it worth it, and I know I'm new, but I'm having a time of my life with this, guys. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to bring this content to you.